Hey, what's up, everybody? And welcome to another episode of the Water Bear Podcast. And thank you all for joining. If it's your first time watching, welcome. If you've been here since day one, welcome as well. And also, while you're here, sharing is caring, but subscribing is thriving. So go ahead and hit that subscribe button if you're watching this on YouTube and hit that notification bell so that you can be notified anytime new content drops on the channel. You can also catch the drip every Thursday at 7 p.m. Central Standard Time. And if you're not following me already on social media, you can do so on Instagram at Poetic, and that's P-E-A-U-X-E-T-I-C, and on TikTok, and that's P-E-A-U-X-E-T-I-C with the number 7 at the end for TikTok. So there's the only difference there. And my guest tonight, who is repping cancer, Tonya, you can follow her as well on TikTok at Tonya Simmons 5, the number 5. So that's all together as one word again. That's Tonya Simmons 5. You can follow her on TikTok. And so, since we're talking about cancers, a famous cancer, I always mention a famous person of the guest, is one of my favorite cancers, Missy Elliott. She is, if you know me and you're a close friend of mine, you know that Missy Elliott can do no wrong in my eyes. I've always loved her music. I love her vibe. I think she's such a cool person. And when I found out that she was a cancer, I was like, oh, makes sense, because I usually click with cancers very well. So I first met Tonya we've only met virtually, actually. But I met her through TikTok. I was sharing some videos about cancer, and she made some interesting comments that I'll save that for the actual podcast. But I thought it was really interesting when she was talking about compatibility for cancer women. And so we were kind of like going back and forth, and I was like, oh yeah, I would love to have her on the podcast. So thankfully, she said yes. And so I'm going to go ahead and bring her out so we can get right to it. Hey, Tonya.
Carlos, how are you?
I'm great. I'm great. How are you?
I'm doing good. I'm doing good.
Awesome. Awesome. I'm glad to hear that. I'm glad to hear. And thank you again for joining me to be on the podcast tonight.
Yeah, absolutely. I honored that. Yeah, you asked me, so thank you.
Oh, of course. Of course. You're welcome. So I got to ask, well, first of all, is there anything that you would like to tell the viewers and the listeners about yourself, even if it's on a professional or personal front outside of cancer?
Sure. I'm a mom and a new grandma. I mean, well, he's going to be a year soon, but
Hey,
that's
I
like
love it.
huge for me. You know what I mean? Like it's because we are in this
Congratulations.
time. If you are cancer, you know motherhood is serious for us. But I work as an advocate, a consumer advocate. So basically, what I do is I help people that are struggling to help pay their bills
Okay.
at the utility that I work for, and I'm involved in all kinds of social services, and I feel like that is a really good niche for me. Like what I do, because I get
Mm.
to hear stories, but I also get to give people support and some a lot of help. I'm a helper. And if you're a true cancer, you are a helper, a nurturer.
Yes. Hmm.
So I think you find us in the health industries, you find us in social services, even clergy, therapists, probably, people that we listen. I find that we listen. So I'm always listening to somebody's story. Sometimes, you kind of, you hear enough, but
Right. Right.
for the most part, I'm always compassionate, empathetic, and trying to help somebody. So that's kind of what I do as a job.
I love that. Okay. Okay. And when is your birthday?
My birthday is actually on the cusp. I'm June 22nd. So
Oh
I kind of
yeah,
start
you are right on the
right
cusp.
where
Yeah,
you are.
yeah.
Mhm.
So you are I've said this several times on the podcast. So for some reason, if I meet somebody and I click with them right off the bat, 9 times out of 10, they're either going to be a Cancer or a Gemini. And so I
Okay.
think that's so interesting because I mean, even though you're a Cancer, you're on the cusp of both.
Yep. And I have a lot of Aquarian friends, like really my
Really?
close. Yes.
Hey, okay, that's interesting because I hear a lot of times people will say, when you read about compatibility, that Aquarius and Cancer are opposites in some ways. But I think, and this is just my personal opinion, We are in some ways, but I feel like it's those opposites that can make a good friendship or relationship with Aquarius and a Cancer.
But I find that sometimes people are like with Aquarians, I feel like they misunderstand them, and we take the time to give you the patience,
Yes.
and we like the originality of you. You know
Mm,
what I mean? We
hmm.
know that you're unique people. So I think that that's one of those Aquarian traits, that you're unique. Each one is different, but y'all are very compassionate people as well. And a lot of times, a lot of signs, I don't think, take a time to realize that. They just go, oh, they're a little quirky, and then they kind of dismiss. But I think Cancers are more of a, like, they're a little more in deep. They're a deeper sign. So I think we take more time to pay attention to people. So I think that's
Mm.
probably why I get along with Aquarius a lot more than a lot
Wow.
of people. I do.
That's
That's one of my things.
wow. That's interesting.
Some signs will turn me off immediately, but Aquarians don't, because I'm like, oh, look at that. That's interesting. You know.
Right, right. Like it's kind of intriguing. Like, okay, they're weird, and I agree with you. And I guess I'll just go ahead and tell you. And you've alluded to a couple of them already, but there's so many things that I love about Cancers. One of them you mentioned, I feel like they are very nurturing, caring people. I know Cancer is considered the mother of the zodiac, and it's interesting when you say that to Cancer guys, because sometimes they get a little offended, like, oh, the mother of the zodiac, but it still fits because I feel like a lot of Cancer men are very compassionate too. And like you say, even in their professions, they're going to be any job where you have to listen or be empathetic to people. I feel like that's right in the pocket of a Cancer.
Mhm.
Yeah.
Like a nurse. Like I feel like a nurse, a caregiver, those kind of
Hmm.
people. We fit right in because we take the time to bring people back up, support them, that kind of thing.
Right.
Almost our own demise, though. Sometimes we put other people before us, to the point where we're like, oh, we forgot to take care of ourselves this week. You know what I mean? That kind of thing.
Yeah. Yeah. I agree. I've had some not serious arguments, but sometimes that's the thing with my Cancer friends, that I feel like I'm always trying to get them to not care so much because they get wrapped up in it. And I don't know if this has been the case for you, but I feel like Cancers also are very highly intuitive, and sometimes a Cancer has told me things that maybe I consider myself to be fairly intuitive, but maybe things I missed or I didn't see. Um, but when it comes to a Cancer in their own life, I feel like sometimes, and you correct me if I'm wrong, you may have people around you who, I don't want to say don't mean you well, but maybe aren't operating with your best interests at heart. And so, me as an
Okay,
equip.
so I can tell you exactly what you're saying.
Okay.
So I think, at least this is me.
Okay.
I take them in on neutral immediately. Like, I immediately take somebody on neutral, and what happens is I can give them a couple of chances, and that may be where you're seeing somebody getting abused, because it's
Mm,
that
hmm.
couple of chances. Because I think the reason why I give a couple of chances is because my cutoff game is also extremely final.
Yeah,
So
it is.
I know that when I can cut you off, you have no, I mean, I'll forget your name. And I'm so serious when I say that. I have actually forgotten, like, who was that person? You know what I mean? It's not me,
Right.
because I could care about you so much to the point where I put your needs in front of mine. I will I'll give you a good example. I had a girlfriend, coworker, and I literally helped her move into a new place. I helped her, do a lot of things. And I gave her about three chances. You know what I mean? Like,
Yeah.
and the thing is, if you mean something to me, I'll talk to you about it. It might take me a little bit of, a minute. Like, I don't come right out. I don't come right out. We do hold things in a little bit, but I definitely will address something. And if I address it, that means that I care enough about you, because I know that
Yes.
I'm about to do it. You know what I mean?
Right.
And you're gonna miss me. You're gonna miss me when I'm gone. It can happen with females and males. It's not. completely just a relationship thing. It can
Hmm.
happen with female friends too. And we do get abused in that process where we're trying to give you a chance to do right by us. We could see it. We could see it coming. You know what I mean? I don't think that any cancer is going to tell you that they don't know when somebody is treating them wrong. I think they see it. But the thing is, they care enough about the other person because they know that once they're done with them, it's done. It's like you can't, because you've broken my heart, you
Hmm.
break my heart, we're done because I won't let you back in. And that's probably that symbol of like the crab. You know what I mean? Like how a crab goes sideways, we go
Right.
sideways. We go sideways.
Hmm.
We don't come right at you. But if we keep going, we're in the ocean. We bye. Bye
Right.
bye.
That's right. That's it. You have wow. Okay, so that is the best explanation that I've ever gotten from a cancer regarding that, because that's my frustration sometimes with a cancer. I'm like, okay, I know you're intuitive. I know you see this. I see it. So why are you letting this person walk
Because we
all
know
over you?
it's over.
Okay, that makes sense.
Because we know it'll be over. And we're actually gonna miss the person too. We'll miss the person at the beginning. You know what I mean? Like it's almost like it's like a death for us. It's like, oh gosh, I know I'm gonna miss this person. So if I
Hmm.
have to cut them off, it's gonna be so it's almost like we don't cut them off until we're ready to go too. You know what I mean?
That is true.
Like I'm not ready to go just yet, because I know I'm gonna miss the person, and I'm not coming back once I go. So
Hmm.
I have to make sure I'm ready to go.
Wow.
But you'll see whoever you're thinking about. I bet you they're not doing everything the same as they did from the beginning. That you know what I mean? Like if you see the abuse,
No, that's true.
it starts lessening slowly and slowly until there's nothing left, and then we're gone.
Right.
Gone.
That's it. Well,
Gone.
hey,
Gone.
yeah, yeah. And I that's one of the interesting things, and it's also something I love about a cancer too, is that y'all do care and you care and you care, but I respect the fact that when you're done, you're done. And I do love that about cancers because um I think sometimes a cancer, they'll, like you say, you take the time to understand the unknown or the thing that maybe people say, oh, that's weird, or why are you doing that? And I think because you do that, it probably makes your decision that much more informed to walk away.
Yeah. Yeah, once I've walked away, it's because I've given that final chance. You know what I mean? I know that my opportunity, I've given you an opportunity to do right by me, and now I no longer can. Now I have to protect me.
Hmm.
So that's part of the reason why I have to go, because now I got to protect myself. Because now
Right,
you're no longer an asset to me. Like, what is our friendship about if you're going to keep abusing me? So I got to go.
right, right, right. Okay. Oh, hey, I'm learning something new tonight. You helped me understand it. So I will never ask another cancer that question again. So because now I feel like it is understood.
We're very truthful. We don't keep secrets. We're not secretive. Well, at least I'm not. I don't because I can't keep I don't like lying. I'm definitely not a liar, and I
Mhm,
definitely I can't take liars. That
mhm.
that you know what I mean? Like I can't take that.
Right.
Even the people that do that I didn't tell you the whole story thing, they'll get a pass kind of, but a liar, that's like a
Yeah.
liars
Yeah,
are
that's
bad.
a big thing for cancers, I think too.
Mhm.
Yeah, I would totally agree with that. Yeah, I definitely think that's a one of the deal breakers, so to
You
speak, for cancers.
that goes with the loyalty. Like I had a relationship and I said it's like cheating. So to me, it's like cheating.
Hmm.
I even told the boyfriend. I said, look, if you cheat on me, just understand that's the end of it. It's over. It's like there's no for me. There's no coming back off of cheating.
Mm.
I can handle the financial problem. I can handle the I can handle pretty much anything else in a relationship except for cheating.
Right. And that's, hey, I respect it. And to me, if you tell somebody from the gate what you can't handle, then that's on them to make sure that they don't do that to you.
I was like, okay, well, take care of yourself now. And I was just like, oh, I told you, there's fire things. I don't keep things on my back. over. And what happens is some people, they think because they've been manipulating you the whole relationship, they're gonna be able to come back. It was like, like even like, oh, I'm gonna blackmail you and send some of them pictures out to social media. I said, go ahead. Your friend's been trying to talk to me anyway. Send it out.
Oh, oh, oh.
I'm like, do whatever you want to do. I'm done with you.
Right. And that, I love that too, because that takes away the power of the manipulation when
That's
you're
exactly what
able to
it
say, okay, do what you want.
is. Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Yeah. I was like,
Yeah.
go for it. And never did, because then they realized they lost a good person.
Right. Oh man, this is okay. So I know we're kind of on limited time. So we're gonna have to have you back for another episode because this is good. So so one of I have two questions that I've been asking everybody this season. So I'm curious to know your answer. But before I ask you that question, it is kind of related. Um, Cancers, one thing I love about them too is they can throw down in the kitchen. I don't think I've ever met a cancer that can't cook.
You are absolutely correct. You can
Oh, they
ask
can
everybody
cook.
in my family. There's just, and even friends will just say, "Oh, well, I love you." This, they'll come over to my house. My daughter's over there now. She's like, "Uh huh, uh
She's
huh."
amen it.
Yeah, no, it's because that's our love language. That's one of our love
Mhm.
languages. I really do believe food is one of our love languages. I told a friend um, who was involved with a cancer woman, and I said, "Has she invited you over for dinner yet?"
Mm.
And he said, as a matter of fact, yes. And I said, okay. I said, you're in.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, that's true. That's true. Yeah.
We invited you into our home and we're cooking for you. You're in. That's
That's
it.
true. That's true.
Because
I
you
agree.
want to be invited over and a meal. I said, no, that's our love language. If a cancer is cooking for you and they have invited you to their home, their most private place,
Hmm.
thing. That's and it's true. We do cook well. I do. I think so. I think I do. I mean, I've been told I cook well.
Huh. Oh, okay. I love it. I love it. Okay. So with that in mind, if you had to pick an ultimate snack, and this is something
And
that
open it
either
up. Ooh,
ultimate
that's hard.
snack like that you think embodies a cancer. Now, this could be something existing. It could be even something that you want to make up or that you would prepare yourself. So it doesn't have to be something that exists today. But just when you eat this, you're like, okay, this is cancer vibes right here.
Wow. You know what's crazy? It's not my favorite, but if I had to say what it would be like an ice cream.
Oh,
Like ice
okay.
cream. Um, because I was thinking food first, because food to me it would have to be some sort of seafood, definitely some sort of seafood.
Oh, yeah, I
I'm
love
innocent,
seafood.
I don't like seafood.
Yeah,
But
I love
if it
seafood.
had to be a snack, it's something that has to have a little chocolate to it. But I think ice cream is like that soother kind of a snack. It
Uh-huh.
it's up for, things that like a bad day. Like
Yeah.
that's how I feel ice cream would be something. And it has to have chocolate in it, whether it's the chocolate sauce or chocolate chip cookie dough, or you know what I mean, like cookies and cream, whatever the favorite flavor. Not all chocolate though. Not all chocolate.
Okay. Not all chocolate, but just mixed in there.
It's gotta have some chocolate in it.
Hey, I love that answer because you're right. I feel like ice cream, I don't care what ethnicity you are, what race, like whatever part of the country, that's almost like a universal comfort food.
It is. And I would think that that would be a Cancerian snack. I don't know if, I don't know. I'd have to look this up now. I never even thought about it. Until you.
Hey, okay. Okay. Okay, I love it. I love it. Okay, the other question I have for you is this is another one I've been asking everyone this season, and this is called Figure Eight. So, of the last 8 years, and I'm asking this because I'm on season 8 of the podcast, so that's kind of where that comes from. But of the last 8 years of your life, what would you say has been the biggest moment that has shaped who you are today?
Um, that's a great question. Last 8 years, I guess when I had a hospitalization, like an illness,
Okay.
about 3 years ago. It it just made me say, okay, I gotta change, diet. I gotta change. But it also made me see how many people do care about me.
Mm-hmm.
Because I'm always the giver in normally.
Right.
So it was nice to have people giving to,
Yeah, to get that back.
pouring into me and giving back into me and making sure I'm okay. And I guess that was important to me. I mean, that's just one thing. I don't know. Birth of my grandson has been a really different kind of a thing for me too.
Wow.
When you feel like this, you don't even know this kind of a love. It's just a different kind of a. You're looking at this little person. You're like, wow. You know what I mean? And it's
Yeah,
just,
I
it's
can
not your
imagine.
child, it's your child's child, and it's a different kind of a love. So maybe those two things I would say.
Okay, will be the biggest. Hey, those are
They're huge.
big
Yeah.
things. So yeah, yeah. Okay, okay, and this is the last segment of closing. I know we're on limited time, but this I play with every single guest on the show. It's called Dead in the Water, and
Uh-huh.
so I'll ask you a series of this or that questions. It's 5 questions, and instead of telling me the one that you like the best, you'll tell me the one that you would throw back in the water, or the
Okay.
one you like the least.
Okay.
All right. So the
Uh-huh.
first up is ranch or Italian. Between these two salad dressings, which one are you throwing back in the water?
That's actually hard for me.
Really?
Uh, yeah, I guess I'm a throwback Italian.
Italian. Okay. All right. Italian it is. All right. Between these two 90s movies, Poetic Justice or Soul Food, which one would you get rid of?
Soul food.
I agree. Yeah. Okay. Yeah, I agree. I mean, I loved it, but
It was just a vibe. Poetic justice was a vibe, and then a
yeah.
lot of movies came out similar to soul food, so you can deal with them. You know what I mean?
Yeah, I agree. I agree. Yes. All right. All right. Between these two singers, Faith Evans or Kiki Wyatt, who are you
Mm, it's gonna
getting
have
rid of?
to be- I don't know as much of Kiki's music, but when I do hear her, she does. She makes me feel, believe it or not, more than Faith. And
Okay.
like like when I hear her voice, I'm more inspired by her voice. But
Okay.
I like
Makes
Faith
sense.
Evans songs, so that's really hard. I don't know enough of Kiki's songs to. This one's hard. This one's too hard for me. I don't want. I'd have to pass on this one honestly, and not
Okay.
only because I can't make a well informed decision on.
Decision. Okay. Okay. Hey, I respect that. All
Mhm.
right. Okay. So this one is days of the week and kind of how you would like to relax. Taco
Taco Tuesday
Tuesday,
for sure. Taco Tuesday for sure.
throwing
I,
that one away or keeping that
I
one?
don't even drink, so Taco Tuesday.
Oh, okay, okay,
Now,
okay. Keeping it
now if you said Hump Day Wednesday, maybe
right, right. But not the wine. Getting rid of
no
that.
wine. No wine.
Okay. All right. So this is the last one. So staycation or destination, as far as a
Destination
vac-
for sure. I love to travel, go in someplace.
oh wow. Okay.
I do good at home too, but destination. I like experiencing new cultures, new people. Just
Mhm.
any place where there's really pretty blue water, green. I love it. I love traveling.
That's awesome.
It's yeah. I mean, I'm home all the time. You know what I mean? I'm home all the
Right.
time. It's time to go.
Right.
Yeah.
Get out.
Yeah, I love like listening to even like people talking different languages and accents. I just find that so it's just so interesting how God created so many different people, and
Yes.
I just always want to know like just even the colors. You can go to another country and feel something off just the colors when you walk
Yeah.
into
Mhm.
not the airport. You're like, look at that! All their buildings are pastels, and it's like,
Right.
who made that up? It's like,
Exactly. Yeah, it gives you a different vibe, different feel.
yeah. I love the different vibes you feel when you travel.
I love it. I love it. Okay. All right, Tanya. Well, I know that's our time, but thank you again for joining. Again, like I said, I got to have you back so we can
Okay,
for
okay. And
another
we got to talk
season.
about our loyalty because that is serious. I know all the cancers like she didn't say loyalty. She didn't say loyalty. We are loyal to our friends and family to the point where, um, like somebody messing with one of them and the question is, would they do to you, right? But that comes after we done fought with you.
Yeah, yeah, and I love that about a cancer too. Yeah.
Yeah, we will
Hmm.
fight first, ask questions
Just
later.
later.
If you coming for our friends and our family, we will fight first and ask why were we fighting? Why were we? What did she do to you? You know what I mean? Like we'll
Right.
throw down first. Hmm.
I love it. I love it. Well, thank you again, Tonya. I appreciate it. Thanks for joining. Again, y'all follow Tonya on TikTok, Tonya Simmons
Thanks for having
5.
me.
You're welcome. You're welcome. And I'll see y'all next week. Thanks for tuning in.
All right.
All right.
Bye.